Alright, welcome back to daily geography quizzes. Get started here with global. I don't remember what yesterday's was. I like to start with Oman. It's in the middle, you know, pretty central around Eurasia, Africa area. So, um, let's see, 1,600 kilometers. Turkey, okay, Turkey's adjacent. So, let me think. Like, would Greece be 1,600, or would Greece be further? I gotta go with Greece. It's cooler. Okay. So I figured. So then you have like Georgia or Iran or Iraq, I believe, or Syria. Um, Syria. Okay, Syria's warmer, so that's probably Georgia. Georgia's also adjacent. So that's Iraq, isn't it? No. That was dumb of me. That was poor. You got Georgia. Is that Armenia in there? Georgia, Azerbaijan is here. Maybe, no, I think that's Armenia. So is Azerbaijan touch all the way to Turkey? No, it doesn't. Okay, so that is Armenia. My bad. Armenia's there. That was poor. That was poor on my part. Okay, on to capitals. So what was it, Armenia? So, Yerevan? 1,300, so we're probably in Oceania here. Warmer, but still far, so I guess we're in South America. Or the Caribbean. Looks like we're in the Caribbean. No. We're in South America. Okay. Nice. GeoGrid. This is tough for me. World Heritage Sites. 1,000 kilometers coastline. I think I had this before, and I think Somalia somehow, very surprisingly, did not work. Not for this. I'm saying for the coastline. But let me think. I mean, you got India. Might be really high. India would work for here, because Mumbai is the most popular city, I'm pretty sure. Not Delhi. But that might be really popular. What else do you have? Brunei's coastline's not long enough. Spain's definitely. I don't know though. If Somalia's isn't long enough, is Spain's long enough? I don't know. I'm sure Spain's over 1,000 kilometers. The UK for sure. New Zealand, Australia. And then nuclear power. I mean, I think Iran's coastline is, or is Turkey's coastline long enough? Because they produce nuclear power and they're usually pretty low. Are they top 20 in World Heritage Sites though? I mean, they have one or two of the ancient wonders of the world, so maybe they have all the World Heritage Sites. I'm not sure. Oh, so we got all those in the back pocket. We'll save those ones. I mean, this you have United States. Belize. I think Belize was probably a pretty good one for this one. But I believe they're also a monarchy, so they would probably be good for either of these. So let's back pocket that one too. What other monarchies we got? I mean, Spain's got too many borders. Brunei only borders one country, I think. I think it just borders I always forget if it's Malaysia or Indonesia that it borders, but it's on that island there. UAE should only have borders Oman and Saudi Arabia. I mean, it should only have 2 borders, and I think it's a monarchy. It's probably another back pocket one. All right, here's what we're gonna start with. Kabul's not the most populated city. 2 to 3 borders. I mean, do we just go with? I don't know if we just go with the U.S. because they have the I mean, the U.S. I guess works for both of these, so maybe this is like one of the less common ones. Canada also works for both of these, though. I think the U.S. is also good for this one. I'm gonna put U.S. for this one. Should have put it for this one. I was banking on it, them putting it, some people putting it for one of these, but I guess there's less countries that produce nuclear power, so that was dumb. I probably should have put it for one of these, so then I could put Belize for the other one. Do we bank on Belize being a monarchy? Do we try and think of another monarchy? I wonder if... Is Indonesia a monarchy? You know what? I'm gonna shoot it. It's not a monarchy. Do I go Belize here? Or here? I think the UAE works for both of these too. I'm gonna go with United Arab Emirates here. And I'm gonna go with Belize here. Okay, nice. Okay, UK, New Zealand, Australia. Maybe Spain. Here. I mean, Iran. Yeah. Iran's big, man. They have to have 1,000-kilometer coastline. But does Turkey have 1,000-kilometer coastline? I don't really have room to spare since Indonesia wasn't a monarchy. But I guess Turkey would also work for this. Oh, nice. Okay. India also works for this one. I think Turkey's top 20 in World Heritage. Nice. But Turkey also produces nuclear power, and the capital is not the most populated city. Spain should work here. Those are 2 like very common countries that are 3 like countries, not territories, that are legendaries, which is pretty rare actually. But I can't get any more wrong. I could have flipped these, I think. Let's see. I don't know my... China also works for this one. And this one. So we have China and Turkey that work for both of these. Saudi, I think, works for this one. I mean, I think... Okay, nice. I was gonna assume that Turkey was much lower for this one and China was much higher for this one, than vice versa. I think Saudi's top 20. And I think Spain is too. Pretty sure Italy is, but like which I know Spain's a monarchy. I don't think France is. They have a president. Do I bank on Spain having a long coastline? I mean, Saudi has a long coastline as well. Pretty long. I mean, they have both sides. I think I'm gonna go Spain here. Come on. Wow. Well, at least, yeah, so Turkey was the number one in this one. It's a good thing I didn't do that. US was number one in both of these, so either way I would have been screwed. I picked the better one with the lower. It was lower percentage. Australia, yeah, knew that one was gonna be there. Sweden and Norway are monarchies. Okay, keep that in mind. So France is top 20, but I don't think it's a monarchy. Yeah, 43%. So I'm not that mad at the 26% there. So, like 43, almost 70%. Actually, more than 70%, because that's about 43. So just about 70%. Put Spain or UK or Spain for monarchy UNESCO. Wow. Canada would have been. See, I figured Canada would be way higher. I did not know they produce nuclear power. UAE. Oh, so Somalia has to have bigger coastline than 1,000. If UAE does. Maybe it was a different number again. I messed that up with Anguilla. I gotta stop doing that. Yeah, Turkey definitely does. Wow, UAE would have been money. We got one of the least popular though. We got Belize. Jeez, man, sub-zero for both of those, or for all of those. I didn't even know it fit that one. Okay. Wrong answers. Yeah, Indonesia is not a monarchy. Oh, so is it? So Indonesia. Oh, so Brunei. No, Brunei borders Malaysia. Indo borders Malaysia, Papua, and Timor-Leste. Okay, not a bad grid. 99, sub 100. I'll take that, especially with two uncommons, and especially with not really being able to use any territories because most of them are islands that are on here, and not 1,000-kilometer coastline for most of them, and then obviously not top 20 in World Heritage Sites if they're territories, you know. So, okay, on to travel. Brunei to India. So, Malaysia to Thailand to Myanmar. And then it's connected. That was way too easy. Okay. Well, that was quick as well. Alright, well, I'll see you guys tomorrow or in the football video that's gonna be coming out as well today.